All right, we should be live, and yes, we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics, and right now it is the 28th of September, 2018, currently 2:36 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome, everybody, and I wanted to give a little news report, and I wanted to give a shout-out to one of my subscribers, because they were the ones that actually found this. So I wanted to confirm it just to make sure. So a quick shout out to Ben Fong, who posted this about 5 hours ago. I was working, so I couldn't do this until I got home. But I wanted to show this article, which I found very interesting, especially if you were thinking about purchasing the Batman Damned #1. Now, the funny part is, a lot of people are signing up for issue #2. They are pre-ordering it. And I have a feeling that 2 is probably not going to be as controversial as #1. And I have a feeling DC kind of planned it that way, knowing... I mean, I don't think they knew it was going to explode. The first issue was going to explode like this for something that's basically, you know, a one-panel situation. But I have a feeling that issue #2 isn't going to be as bad, but I want to share this because I find this very interesting. And so I just want to say hello to a couple people that are showing up right now. We got Gorilla Grodd, love that name. Sith Lord, Jeff Hunter, Gunther, hello. Luis Ramirez, Vincenzo C, pleasure to see you. Yes, there's going to be some Batawang news. Undisputed Frost, glad to see you're on here, man. Rand for Tim Mungeon. So let me show you this article, and I will post the link when I'm done in the comments section. So as of now, there's a report. Now, I could only find it on one source. So take this with a grain of salt, because I don't know if it's going to be something that is guaranteed at this point. But they're saying, as of now, please be advised that the following updates on the following updates on Batman Damned. Okay, here's the most important one. Batman Damned #1 will not be reprinted, but what they're saying is at this time. So that to me does not say it's never going to be reprinted, but as of now they have no intention of having that book reprinted, which is actually surprising. But I think it's probably because this got such major backlash. I mean, a lot of people complained about what they saw. I mean, whether it was for adults or not, I mean, if you look at the cover of the book, it doesn't exactly say, you know, not suitable for children or anything like that. You can't assume that. And there are children that have easy access to that book. I mean, it was at my local comic shop. It was on the second shelf, which means anybody could have reached in and gotten it. I mean, if it's supposed to have adult content, you know, a porn magazine should have that white cellophane over it and covering it. So maybe that's what they're going to have to do about this one. But a lot of people were affected by this, as you could see with the prices. So I'm actually surprised that they are not doing a reprint as of now. I mean, as of like literally this second, to put out another print, because the first print sold out so quickly. So they're stating, and again, I went to the DC website, their main site. It's not exactly easy to search on their site because there's no search engine or anything like that there. And they just show the book. They don't give any updates. So I couldn't find anything else. But they're also saying that Batman Damned #2 is being pushed back to December 5th. So who knows if they're redoing that book. I guess we'll find out. And the same goes for Batman Damned #3, will not be coming out now until at least March 13th. So this is some very interesting news because of the fact of the controversy. Now, they did say, to be fair, like it says, it will not be printed at this time. But here's the thing. If they actually decide to not reprint this, that first print is going to be worth a heck of a lot of money. So I can't tell you what to do, but let's put it this way. If I own several copies, which I don't, I just own the one, the variant one. But if I own several copies, I'd hold on to them to see what's going to be happening at this point. So this could be a very interesting situation that's going to be happening. So Undisputed Frost says, I believe the report came from the DC app. Okay, so I'll take your word for it, but I don't have that. But even still, they're saying as of now that they're not doing the reprint as of yet. Considering how fast it sold out and how expensive that book is already selling on eBay, I mean, you're talking on average between $60 and $75 just for the regular first print. The other one, the variant, the one per store variant, is selling about $300 to $500 at this point. I have a feeling that if this is true and they do not do a reprint for a while, since it's sold out, that's, as I say all the time, supply and demand, the price is going to go even higher. So I don't know if now would be the best time to be selling them, in my opinion. I mean, obviously what you do with your belongings is totally up to you. My channel's never about telling you what to do. I'll give my versions of what I do. But yet means that, to me, they are going to make reprints. But how long it takes and what they do with the reprints remains to be seen, because even if they do reprints, they have stated that the reprints will be censored. So I don't think they're going to change that, which means that no matter how many prints they do, the first print is going to be the most valuable. So again, the first print is, as of now, they're not going to be doing any reprints, but they did say as of yet they are postponing issues 2 and 3 by about approximately a couple of weeks. And if I get any more information on this, I will pass it along. So this should be an interesting situation. Like Jeff Gunther just said, sounds like a major rewriting and editing. That is definitely a possibility. And that's just going to make the first print that much more valuable. So, in my opinion, selling them now might have been a mistake. But hey, I mean, if you spent $7 on a book and you turned around and sold it for $50 or $60, that's still, I can't complain. But I mean, if it ends up another year from now, the regular book is worth $500, you might kick yourself. So be very careful with that. Do your own research. Trust your own instincts. You do what you think is best. But me, I mean, I don't sell my books anyway, but even if I did, I was maybe thinking about selling that one. I'm holding on to it. So this could be one of those, like I said in the video I made earlier today, as a matter of fact, that this could be one of those books that could be a one-and-done situation. And that could really make this book very rare, especially if you can get your hands on that variant issue. So I don't regret the fact that I didn't pick up the regular copies. I mean, that's the one thing I want to instill in people. Don't regret the choices that you make and don't make. You're not going to win every time, and you're definitely not going to lose every time. I was the first person at the store at about 10 to 12 that last week. I had that book in my hand. I didn't like the $6.99 price tag, so I put it back down. So even knowing what I know now, I don't regret it. But I did, when I heard all the news, when I came home and did the must-have comics, the video, and people told me about what the controversy was, I know with this SJW type of world these days that people were going to complain about it, and I had a feeling that even if they did reprints, they were going to end up censoring it. So the fact that they're stopping it completely as of now really sends a message on how rare this book might end up. So the regular issues, cover A and cover B, I don't know how many prints there are. I would be very curious to see what the print run for this book is. So if anybody knows that or anybody finds out about that, place that please in the comments section. Especially the one per store variant. I mean, you're talking that could probably be maybe 5,000 copies or less. Considering the situation, that could be an interesting book to get your hands on. Maybe even at the prices that people are asking for now. I mean, I don't know what to tell you on that one. You're going to have to take the chance. And this book can be risky. Because if they decide maybe 6 months from now to end up doing reprints, and they end up having all the reprints uncensored like the first issue, then it's not going to make that first issue special anymore. So there really is a gamble here. And somebody said something about slabbing, so let me see. Fernando, I don't see any Fernando. Let me scroll up a little bit, see if I can answer that question. Is it worth slabbing this book? Well, the one thing I can tell you is it really depends on you. You have to make the choice. The one thing I will say about that is I get people asking questions like that all the time. It's like, oh, is this book, something I should get? Or is this book, something I should get slabbed? Never let anybody else tell you if something is good, because it may be good for them. It doesn't necessarily mean it will be good for you. But having said that, the one thing I could tell you is if you want to get it slabbed, you can only get them slabbed from 2 of the 3 companies. CBCS does not have the magazine size slabs, so you can't use CBCS. CGC, you have to pay an extra fee for the magazine size slabs. So there is going to be an extra cost involved in this. PGX does fit the magazine sized comics, and they don't charge any extra. So it really depends on what you think is going to be worth it or not. I can't tell you whether it's good or not for you. That's something that you have to decide. I mean, obviously, with especially cover A that's all black, if you slab it, you're going to protect it and keep it from getting any color creases. Because you could see even books that are just coming out last week, some of them are already in very fine condition. Because with that thicker kind of book and with the all black cover, as soon as you crack open that book too far, all of a sudden you're going to get those color breaking creases. You're going to get little smears and smudges. So if you have one in really good condition, hey, if you got the money and you got the time, it might be worth it. But ultimately, that is for you to decide. So I don't want to make this video too long. If I get any other information, I will more than be happy to share it with you. If anybody ends up finding out what the end print run of these books are, let me know, because I'm very curious to see. Because the way this book sold out so quickly, I don't think DC, I don't think this is a book like Fantastic Four where they had 350,000 copies. Because this basically literally flew off the shelf. And my store that I went to maybe had 10 of each copy. So they didn't have like hundreds of them. So I'd be very curious to see what the print run would be. And also, guys, I don't know how many comic stores sell these, the local comic book stores. But if you go on eBay, for example, and look up the bags and boards for magazines, the magazine size bag and boards, they will fit this book. So I don't know if you bought one on eBay and somebody didn't have a bag and board. First, check your local comic book store. I don't think many of them are going to carry these, to be perfectly honest, but you can get them on eBay. I bought some myself a while ago because I have some of the bigger size comics. So you don't have to buy 100 of them. You could buy. Some people sell them by the 10-pack or by 25,000. 25. Corey Maxwell says there's 115,000 copies of this book. Do you have a link of where you found that from? Also, do they have the print run of the one per store variant? So that's some great information, Corey. Thank you for checking that. So if you have the link to that, please post it in the comments section when this uploads, and you could also print it here for people to check. But if that's true, now is that 115,000 copies of A and 115,000 of B, or is that 115,000 combined? Because then that's less than 60,000 per book. That's a low print run, which would mean, if that is the case, a one per store variant would probably be 5,000 or less. So that's interesting. So Corey, nice job. Please let me know if you can find out, first of all, if that 115,000 copies is total, including, cover A and cover B, or is that 115,000 per cover? Also, if you could find out what the one per store variant is, and post that in the links. Post the links in the comment section when this uploads. So that's it. Let me do a quick surprise subscriber shout out, and I'm going to give it to my man, the Undisputed Frost. You are today's surprise subscriber shout out. It's a pleasure seeing you. It's always a pleasure to see all of you. There's a lot of people here. I mean, considering it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning and I have over 40 people watching right now, very happy about that. So to everybody that left a comment, please, if you could give it a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And Undisputed Frost says, I think it's 115,000 combined. That's very interesting. So we'll find out. So this may be a book that, I mean, again, it depends on what they do with the reprints. Because like I said, they did not say they're not doing it ever. So there's a big difference between never making a reprint and not making them as of now. So it really depends on what they're going to do with it. So that remains to be seen. So please keep in mind, if you have not purchased one yet, these are expensive and you are taking a chance. So make sure you have the mindset that if this does not go the way you want, the book can go down in value. So as long as you know that and you have the mindset, then it might be something still to be able to take the chance on. Yeah, so Corey is also confirming that he sees combined. So as of now, if you guys can post the link when the video uploads, I'd appreciate that. But they're both saying, so good job, Corey and Undisputed Frost. They're both saying that the print run is 115,000 combined. That's incredible, considering the #1 comic of the other month of August was Fantastic Four, which had 330,000 copies. So this has a little bit less than half of that. So if you have the 1 per store variant, I have a feeling that print run is going to be under 5,000 and may be the only uncensored version. Well, the first print may be the only uncensored version. So who knew that Batman's package would cause such a stir? So what you guys decide to do, if you haven't gotten it yet, if you think there's still room for this book to grow knowing this knowledge, take the chance on it. But like I always say, wait for a deal. Don't just buy the first one you see. Don't be afraid to ask people. If they list it for 60, message them and say, would you take 50? Because I got a comic that I'm going to be getting in the next couple of days from that 15% discount. We'll put it to you this way. I won't tell you what the comic is. They had it listed for $4.95. I got them down to $3.25. And with the 15% discount, it came out to $275. So I almost got 50% off of, let's put it this way, a #1 DC Silver Age comic. It's definitely key. I won't tell you what it is. You'll just have to wait around for that. So even with these books, there are people that have best offers. There are different prices. Make sure you do comparison shopping. It's up to you to be responsible unless you like throwing money away. So with me, it's not going to affect me if you spend $100 on it or $10 on it. But I'm trying to help you guys and gals think a different way so you could save money. So instead of giving it to someone else, you keep it in your pocket. So make sure you do the homework. You get what you give. So if you put no effort, don't be surprised you get no reward. So with that being said, I hope you appreciate these kind of videos. The thumbs up will tell me that you do. The sharing will help other people in the community learn about this information. If you want to make your own video, please do. Thank you once again to Corey Maxwell and Undisputed Frost for that extra information. That was definitely helpful. And if anybody can find out what the print run is for the 1 per store variant, please post that and we'll give you a shout out. So thanks for watching, guys. Love you all. Hopefully you appreciate the things I try and do here. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's we love comics, even with the Batawang. Peace out, everybody.